Alright, hey again out there. We're currently on part 162, and it's kind of just a lazy day today. I don't feel like doing a whole bunch. Um, I just do little bits and pieces, like I'm finishing up the storage system by labeling today, for example, and then getting the shulker shells in their own boxes and then in their own chest. But don't remember last time we spent 3 hours, literally actually 3 hours finally decluttering my entire storage system. So this old one down here is no more. Every shulker box in it is gone. All the reorganizing ones are gone. We have like empties, and then we've got extra shells. And then these things are unrelated to what I need to do. These need to actually go back in my chest. This is for the Wither Rose farm that I did dismantle a couple of months ago. But yeah, now we are at the point where we're gonna take a couple of shulker boxes here and load up on some shells and just kind of take all these with me. We'll just go ahead and grab a couple. So, serious amount of shulker shells. I'm happy I was able to do. Here we go. And this might take a little bit of time to do. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are coming out at the end of the week, or next Friday, I suppose. Not to mention the Splatfest for Splatoon 3 is happening, and then I have a job on Monday now, so that'll be interesting. Wish they would have told me a little bit more about it, but it is what it is, unfortunately. It can't be that hard. They made it sound like pretty hard that it was like an internship kind of thing. I'm still getting paid for it and all that, but they're not making me do like extremely like difficult work. They're just having me do like a lot of like their busy work that needs to get done. They just can't dedicate their higher ranking like people to doing it. Like they can dedicate me to doing it. So that's how that's gonna go. Just empty. Should be pretty cool. Mainly because I'll be able to start earning a good bit of money here. Whoops! I forgot I wasn't supposed to break that one. We'll just do this really quick. There we go. Easy little fix. A little bit goofy, but that's not really a deal. There we go. But yeah, hopefully that job ends up working out well. I don't really see any reason why it shouldn't, to be quite honest, but you never know with these kinds of things, so I'm not going to hold my breath on it. Good experience, if nothing else, so at the very least, I'm grateful for that. I've been wanting to get a job for quite a while now, but every fucking job wants you to already be like fully employable, like right out the gate. They don't want to actually like train you. This is like one of the only ones I've been able to get a hold of that like they're willing to train and like be a little bit more patient, and then that's it. So that ought to be good. Um, it can be easy money, but it's not like I'm doing anything like super difficult either, as far as I know. Basically, just like what, like entering stuff for their accounting department, and that's pretty much it. Depending on the type of stuff they want me down there, I might be able to do it remotely after enough time. But depends what they want me going through. I don't know if their whole system's computerized or not, and things of that nature. So we'll see. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and stock these away. Um, we'll put them up here. It should be good. There we go. I can go there, and we're just gonna take some time out of my day here to start labeling some shit. So you want to find the box with the woods. It should be like around here. Yeah, okay. We got our signs. There's one with a ton of or not oak, spruce, like logs and shit. Here we go. And then we've got the one with sticks. I need to do a couple of other like quality of life things, like getting a couple of extra shulkers, or not shulkers, crafting tables, ender chests, things of that nature. Should help me out pretty big. There is a shulker box in here with a bunch of dyes. I don't know where. I know it exists. It should be in the greenery kind of box, I want to say. Hopefully. Maybe not. Alright. Yeah, wow, this might actually take a while. I'm glad I'm getting this labeled. Shit is a little time consuming. Stuff. Iron. A lot of iron. Which I actually need to clean out my iron farm because that thing is definitely nearly full. Not to mention the gunpowder and string farm as well needs to be revamped. I'll probably do that today, so here we go. One of these should have... Nope, that was the plantables. Right, okay, it should be around here though. I hope it's around here. Here we go. Okay, perfect. So all we need to do is just kind of dump these away. Go. And that should be good. Hi Mondera, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good personally, but I'm just waiting until Monday. Finally got a job, so looking forward to doing that. Hopefully it ends up not being too bad, but I'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. But yeah, I've pretty much just been working on this storage area for a couple of days now. It's pretty much good here. This is gonna be cobblestone, and now I'm just in the process of like I don't know why I capitalized the S there, but I'm just in the process of labeling all this shit. So go deep sleep. Um, dirt. Um, another redstone. Mob drops. Got some more stones here. Stone. Yeah, it'll be a good job. It's just something I want to finally have some money to do shit with, and then I need experience too for this kind of shit. So it's nice at least getting something because I'm doing finance, so I need some experience to get some better jobs in the next couple of years. That works. It's good enough. Ricotta. Um, buckets. Is it a C or a K? It's a C. Okay. CD's next one. I got it. But yeah, that job should be pretty good. I'm starting on Monday. Wish they would have told me a little bit more. I can't fucking spell apparently today. It's Y. It's a little E. It's an E and then a Y. Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to check. Quartz. Oh, I should have. Okay, as much as this is gonna pay me to do, we're gonna actually start over here because I completely. Okay, that one was not intentional. We're gonna start over here because I forgot I literally wanted to sort these out by like types and shit. I even talked about it and everything. I was like, yeah, I should do that, and then I fucking forgot to do that. So Whoops. What I mean by that mainly is just like the nether blocks can go together. Well, not they already are, but my main point being like the end block should be here, or like the bucket should be near the other stuff or things like that. Maybe that's not a good idea. I don't know. It is kind of difficult to just start, so. Fuck, I really shouldn't have deleted it. Yeah, alright, I'm undoing that one now. Damn it, I shouldn't have gotten rid of all these. Fuck, oh well. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not too hard to rewrite all these, but damn, I should have given that a little bit more thought. I mean, they're already pretty well put together. Like these ones, for example, are good. So I'll probably leave these intact. But like the poppies, for example, this is just weird. We're gonna just throw these away in a random chest for right now, just to kind of get them out of my way. And then we'll put another, and so I'll move the end blocks over to there, for example. Let's see here. I don't know where they are, but they're somewhere. That counts. Here we go. Yeah, redstone can stay. The wood can stay too. The stone can stay. Yeah, okay, these are fairly good. I don't mind these. Pretty solid, they make enough sense. Um, guess I really shouldn't be too picky either. Makes enough sense. Yeah, we're gonna actually move some shit around again. So let me think. We're gonna just dump these away for right now. Break that. I'm moving the stone ones over. Just one. Stone. Okay, good. Just so that way it's a little bit more in line with some of the other stone over here. So we'll just do that really quick. Redstone and then wood, because that's actually useful to be next to redstone. Terracotta is in a pretty good spot, but I actually am going to move it down a little bit. I have every color of terracotta too in there, it's pretty good. Terracotta, those are bob drops. Let's think, what else? Oh yeah, these would be a perfect thing to go down here. For stone. Cool, alright, we'll go ahead and just dump these away. I'm trying to think where I'd want this. Probably up in here, I guess. Yeah, makes sense. Um, Alright, there we go. That'll be mob drops. That's empty for now. Oh yeah, and stone, right. It should not still be nether. I think I should move the nether over there, and then the end stone down there. Nether. Cool. It's getting there. Just needs a little bit more time in the oven is all. Go. I don't know what I want in there. Probably more stones and whatnot. I think the buckets is fine, honestly, as is. And with the unstackables, quartz, amethyst. Probably move the quartz over to here since it'll be next to the core. It's something I'm gonna probably use a lot anyway, so that's fine. Empty, cool. Um, oh, concrete would actually be a pretty good thing to do over here instead. A little bit more sense as well. Yeah, we'll do concrete. And then here we'll put the quartz. Here we go. It's coming together. Oh, there's amethyst. Iron is good. Ores. So, but the animal products one should be moved a little bit. Actually, no, it's next to wool, so that's pretty much fine, honestly. Just kidding. Wool. Good. Alright. I guess all that other stuff. We have to make a little bit more signs here. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick. Shouldn't take too long. And our crafting table. We got our signs. There we go. That cod cold. That one's empty. Slash glass. Plantables. Mud. Bone. I'm gonna put the dyes over in that empty chest here. It slots in pretty well too. Mud. Bone meal. And hopefully it should be about it. Core plants, cool. And that seems like about everything important. We do have another like one or two shulker shells. Apparently I don't know how to spell shells. Valuable. Valuables and rarities. There we go. That's good. Much better. Put that away. Now, where did I put item frames in? I wonder what I did with them unironically. I don't remember where I would even want to put stuff like that. I feel like it's in the woods somewhere. Oh, I put it with function blocks. I remember now. Yeah, because it's not really wood, but it's wood enough. Like same with the chest. Chests are wood, but that's not what's debated or not. Whether it's a function block or not, pretty much. So these are all woods here. So these all go back in the wood, which is blind. Pretty much all my important ones are all the way over here, and then my non-important ones. It kind of gets less important the more middle one gets, but still useful, just not as like pivotal. Oh yeah, whoops! I want one more sign too for empty shulker boxes. So we're gonna need another thing of sign too. The fuck it is. Here we go. Not too bad. Empty boxes. Great. Alright, that should be pretty good. And then we can go import those empty boxes over, and then, yeah, pretty much good here. Be a good time too. I don't have the mob switch on, and it is nighttime, so this will be a good time to kind of look around and see if we have any issues with mob spawns in this new base or not. But we're gonna go ahead and just kind of grab some extra fireworks while I'm thinking about it. There was one thing down here. No, I ended up already sorting it, except for that one. That one I did not sort, I don't know why, but I should do. But yeah, we need more fireworks, so we're gonna just grab those. And I need to fix up my goddamn tools. I have neglected that for a little bit too long here. So I need to get on that. But I'm not seeing any major issues. Like nothing stands out in terms of shit spawning that shouldn't spawn. But who knows? I've also forgotten to check on the shulker farm yet again. That's about par for the course though, so I'm not put it too much there. But I should probably go check on that and the iron farm because the iron farm might actually be at capacity. So I need to get rid of that. Double check that. Since I'm not gonna be bringing over villagers, I don't need that there anymore. That's good. But yeah, we'll just kind of pop on down over to the iron farm real quick and see how this goes. I mean, they're still dying. That's not the problem. It's is it gonna fucking overload? And it hasn't reached the very top ones yet, so I'm guessing we're still good. But we do need to empty it soon though, because it's only got like 3.5 double chests and some hoppers left to fill. Let's check on the shulker shell farm. Naturally, it has stopped working because somebody shot a minecart that they shouldn't have shot. That's alright. Not a hard fix. Little annoying for sure, absolutely, but not a difficult fix at all. We're gonna go ahead and throw those away. They really aren't that useful, and I don't feel like sorting them. Oh, yes, that's right. Stuff can still spawn on scaffolding, so that's why that does that, right? It despawned now, but there was a spider over there, so we're gonna go patch that up here after this. Just placing a torch is all. Nothing too serious. A couple of extra stacks of shells, not too bad. This thing is pretty slow, but it doesn't really need to be any faster, so I haven't bothered to remake it quite yet because of that. But anywho, we'll go ahead and do that. That should end our problem of shit spawning up here. That really shouldn't. Everything else should be pretty much good. That's all half slabs down there too. Oh hey, the gunpowder and string farm is on still. Cool. See how we doing over here. Fine enough. We filled up another double chest, that's good. Now, we're actually going to turn this off for a little bit. And I need to see what level the water is at. Oh, it just retracted, so we're going to go ahead and flip it up manually here. So now that should push all the water out and anything with it. They'll all die instantly, so I'm not too worried here, but I'm going to stand a little bit back for this. So now what we're going to have to do is nothing too difficult, more than it is. Oh yeah, also this was a mess that needs to be cleaned up. Maybe I should do that soon. Clearing away the the rest of the bits down here. Thing I feel like I should be doing. But yeah, so if you're not aware, in 1.9 or in .3, 1.19.3, scaffolding is going to change. So basically, it won't be able to spawn, like mobs can't spawn on top of it anymore, which is great for building, and except not for this farm, which is fine. So what we basically have to do here, though, is just make a new diamond is all. So all I would do is break all the outer scaffolding here and just replace it with just normal blocks. Like I literally just follow the trapdoors that I've made and everything, and like it'll work out. So I'm not really too worried about it or nothing. God damn it. The main thing though that is going to be a problem potentially is the is this part here. So if you don't know the actual scaffolding, oh wait, no, never mind. This won't be a problem. Wait, no, I just remembered why. The mechanism is down at the very bottom, and this tower doesn't need to be altered in any way. So actually, no, we're good. But I was just gonna say though that this might have been a problem because it sends a redstone signal upwards by scaffolding. Because when this trap door is shut like this, it goes from like stationary scaffolding like this to hanging scaffolding, which causes an update all the way up to the top of the chain where it has an observer. It dispenses water like right above it, and then it feeds that chain all the way up and through. That should not be a problem anymore, though. Or not anymore, it just shouldn't be a problem, period, right now, so that's good at least. So it's a pretty easy fix. You literally just take out all the old scaffolding and then just place like cobblestone or something instead, and then that's literally all that needs to be done. So I'll do that like right now, actually, after I get rid of these. So I'll go take care of that real quick. Shouldn't take too long, and now that everything's sorted out, I can afford to do it, so that's good. Oops, that's my pants. Cool, don't lose those. Poker shells. There we go. A little something like that. There we go. And we'll keep this. We'll actually take this back with me, and then we'll deposit an empty box there. And then we go into our cobblestones. We should have a massive surplus. And before we do this, we're going over to the Nether just to go turn on the mob switch. I don't want to deal with some random shit while I'm working on that, considering it's literally only meant to spawn creepers and spiders. So having to work point blank with creepers, especially near redstone and water, probably isn't the best idea. So we're gonna just stop that problem before it starts. So yeah. Also, currently day 1666. Forgot to read that earlier. Probably like 65 or 64 when I first started, so it's not like a lot of time has passed or nothing, but still good to keep track of. But I'm pretty anxious about that job, honestly. I'm just waiting to actually go there and see what it's really like. I really don't think it'll be as bad as I'm like thinking it's gonna be, but who knows? So could be great, could be awful. I don't know. Figure it out when I get there. If it's really that bad, I can always just quit. But again, I want the experience. I need the money, so. But mainly the experience for right now, just so I have something I can put on a resume and have them as a reference. Because trying to get a finance job is kind of hard without experience. So you need pretty much any in you can get. But once you have the experience, a ton of shit opens up as well. So pretty much once I get a year or two under here, I'll probably just go get another job or stay there and get another job or something like that. But it really shouldn't be too bad. Hate having a fucking drive though. Hey, welcome Andy. It's been a while. I'm gaming. I'm working on my base finally. Getting my storage area all completely revamped, and same with my old gunpowder and string farm. So I'm prepping. I'm future proofing for 1.19.3. That was a zombie pigman. I don't know how he died, but he did. So that's cool. Look at him go. Let's get the hell out of here. There we go. And I've got the cobble on me. Yep. And we'll just take a quick little flight over to gunpowder and string farm. Maybe I should patch up a couple of those empty blocks every now and then. I can barely just squeeze into. Oh, I'm just future-proofing my old gunpowder and string farm because they're making a change in the next update, supposedly, where you're not going to be able to have mobs spawn on top of scaffolding anymore, and that's exclusively what it spawns on up there. So I kind of have to change all that around. It's literally just tearing out scaffolding and replacing it with cobblestone. So I'm not really doing any hard work. It's work that's already been done for me, pretty much. Oh right, that guy's still not. Now he's dead. Still shouldn't be anything too bad though. But oh, I should probably start from the top down. I'd say that'd be a good idea. Yeah. I could probably afford to get rid of this old diamond since this is covered up by a mountain now, but it's not too big. The changes in the next update. So they're not releasing 1.20 straight away. They're releasing 1.19.3, which is like it's a minor update legally, but it's a fairly big update. They're gonna add like bamboo wood, so you can like turn like 9 sticks of bamboo into like a bamboo log, and then you can turn the log into like planks. So that means that like wood farms can be like fully automatic now, instead of also having to like rely on like TNT duping, for example, which I'm looking forward to. Some other notable things are like camels. I guess the rafts, but they're literally just boats. But like again, let's think. What else? What else? Some like smaller changes, like I just talked about with the scaffolding, for example. Like they're reworking that. Other things that I can't think of at the moment. I don't know why. But they're adding a fair bit. They changed the Vex model actually, so it's no longer like just out of place. I guess it's a little bit more in character or whatever. So that's pretty cool. But I'm trying to think, what the hell else are they gonna add? But mainly, it's just like, oh, chiseled bookshelves. That was a big one too. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, but it hasn't been around this long. Maybe they'll have the Red Dragon too. Who knows? Could be one day. Never said they wouldn't at this point, but could happen one day. Oh yeah, this will be easy. It's literally just cleaning out scaffolding and just placing it back in with cobblestone. So this should be really easy. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. It's a nice change of pace from just waiting on like one big update and then getting disappointed by like it's not super big. Like the wild update was a pretty big one, but they're taking a lot more feedback for these since they're smaller and they're able to like fine tune them a lot better. So pretty cool. I wish that would have been a nice thing to announce at like Minecon, but or Minecraft Live, keep calling it fucking Minecon, but they haven't had those in years. But it's a shame though they ended up not doing anything with that portal yet in the ancient cities, or that portal-looking structure. Because legally it's not a portal, but it it's close enough. But hopefully within the next couple of years or something. But who knows? It's not that big of a deal, so it would just be cool to explore like a new thing like that. Hey, who knows? We still have a ton of shit they need to work on in like the overworld in terms of like updating all the old biomes to just be a little bit more modern, but it should be good. Yeah, that portal is begging for a new dimension. And it'll probably be a pretty like cool one too, but I feel like it'll be like, considering it's in an ancient city, and the ancient cities they may be in the overworld, but like it feels like something you take on like after you've gone to the end. So I feel like this will be like a post-end dimension, or at least in my opinion. Of course, there's obviously no guarantee with something like that, but like I think that would be pretty cool to have like a post-end dimension where it's like significantly harder, but like the reward is like genuinely fucking sick. Like we're talking like, like enchanted golden apples, but it's significantly more dangerous kind of deal. Like massive risk and reward trade off, which I think would be pretty fun. Hey, who knows? They might do that one day soon. They might not, but I wish they did because been kind of everyone's been kind of craving a new like dimension for a long time now. I mean, like the last one to really get, well, the Nether did get updated. That's fair, but last new dimension altogether was like what, the end, like the start of the game at like 1.0. So it would be nice to see something new come out. Although the Nether got revamped so hard. Yes, actually, I have popped. I want to say like 8 or 7. Some of them do stupid shit like fall damage. Some of them I actually genuinely would have died without them. Like I almost died making my guardian farm. Um, then there was another time I died or almost died technically, but I had to pop a totem because I was fighting the Ender Dragon 20 times in like a single sitting, and I blanked out and like zoned out. It did not work out well for me, so it popped a totem and actually almost killed me outright. So, but yeah, I've only popped 7 of them, so it's pretty good. But weird seeing like this statistic mixed in with like a bunch of other like really weird shit. Like, what the fuck is the wooden pickaxe doing here? I really, oh my god, I've barely used any wooden pickaxes. I just fucking hate it. Apparently, I've only crafted a single wooden. Yeah, of course I can't craft a dark oak sapling. What kind of statistic is that? Are you kidding me? I've never crafted some of these fences though, which is honestly just fucked up. But still, like, of course you can't craft like some things. Like, come on, that's kind of a goofy statistic to just throw in there. I've only crafted one wooden pickaxe, used it 6 times, and then that other one. Crafted one, used it 6 times, and then dropped it, and then threw it away immediately. Story of my life. There it goes. Fuck that one guy, but oh well. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much exactly what happened. I ended up not even getting a shovel out of it, I think. I think I just waited till iron or something, but pretty much what I end up doing is just getting basic like stone and iron, and then it goes straight to like villager trading like instantly. I don't even bother really mining for diamonds unless I want like an enchantment table. But the very like early parts of this world, there's still like footage of it and everything on my YouTube channel and all that. It's kind of like shitty, still getting the hang of streaming and all that. But it was all villager stuff from like part 7 and on for like 6 other parts as well. So like 10 hours straight of just fucking villager moving and like doing goofy rickety shit like that, and it paid off. It just was boring, but it paid off. I walked into the Ender Dragon fight in like full netherite armor with like full enchants, and same with like my sword and my pickaxe and like a good bow. So there's like literally no fucking way I could lose. It's just the Ender Dragon. Can't go too bad, but you know, but, it worked out pretty well. Of course, my love-hate relationship with villagers has still stayed the same. You can tell too because of the massive piece of shit I built up in the sky that has like 300 of them and risk breaking my computer if I go in it for too long, do too much in it. It was just a total fucking headache. That was genuinely like the most heated I've gotten in this game ever is like messing with those villagers from that Parthenon, because they all like I was messing with librarians. They all got desynced from their lecterns, so I had to like by hand like re-register all of them, and they all fight for the same workstation. So it literally just turns into an RNG game on top of an RNG game, and it is just aggravating to put it lightly. It is just awful. I ended up doing it because I took some time to look around in a creative world of mine to like see if I could like if you like put them inside of like full blocks, like or not really full, but like glass blocks, for example, they stop pathfinding. So my idea ended up working where you just like put them inside of like glass blocks and then like let them out one at a time to get to their lectern, and then just kind of keep doing that. That ended up saving me big time because oh my god, dude, villagers are ridiculously important. You literally can't have a really good world without them, but they are just a nightmare to like work with for a long amount of time. And I was working for them like with like weeks straight. Like it wasn't like I worked with them for like a day or two and then did something else. No, I like once I started it, I pretty much didn't stop it until it was fully done. Which wrong idea. Do not do that. It's not fun. You don't win. You win, but you never truly win, and it's just oh. I mean, it looks cool though, and it's a very nice trading hall. Like there's probably some that are better out there, but that one is like specifically made for like massive amounts of trading on like an ungodly scale. Like it doubles as an XP farm, like an actual like legitimate XP farm compared to like my Guardian farm, which is saying something because it's Guardian farm is pretty fast. This thing's also pretty fast, and you get better resources out of it other than like fish and like prismarine stuff. So I mean, it's a pretty good trade-off, honestly. But I'll have to test out the water system after this too, so I better not forget that. How close are we? We are not even halfway. Right, okay. We will be close at some point, but this is taking a while. Oh yeah, I can't insta-mine the wrong thing, potentially. All I have to do is just not insta-mine the scaffolding here in the center where that observer is, and I should be fine, so it's not like I need to reclaim everything. But, villagers, man, I don't like them, but they are very useful, and I've gotten very good with using them and actually, like, moving them just because I had to be, so... But they are, like, ridiculously useful, so you gotta have them. Longest time something's taken for like a project. Well, there's one that's technically taken 8 months, but that's more on account of the fact that I haven't touched it in 8 months. But unironically though, it's definitely without a doubt the well, I'm gonna break it up into two things: uncompleted projects and completed ones. So the uncompleted one that's definitely gonna take the longest, and on purpose is gonna take the longest. Is the big ass sphere that's vaguely out in the distance. It's like I spent like I even still had statistics for it. I literally mined out 170,000 blocks by hand with Haste 2 and like Fortune or not Fortune 5, fucking Efficiency 5, all that kind of shit. Went the whole 9 yards to build this thing. I have built only a fifth of it, and it took 2 weeks to build a single fifth. Um, like 70% of this sand is just for that one project, so I had to turn it on the glass. Most of this red terracotta is just for that one project. A very good chunk of the normal terracotta is for it as well, because I had to start dyeing it right after a certain point. But it is just ridiculous, man. It was just insane. Like seriously, it was just absolutely fucking wild. It took like literal like 2 weeks of just mining like three to like I had to mine like 6 shulker boxes of material each day, and there's still literally streams on my channel too of like it's just like 2.5 hours of me just mining sand and terracotta, and then that's the end of the stream. And it's just that because I mined like 9 of like each in a single day. Which don't do that. Like 9 shulker boxes of material in a day or anything is a lot. And that was the easy stuff too. The hard part is building it, because building it takes so much longer. Swift Sneak wasn't a thing yet, so I did all of it with like Swiftness 1 potions. And then I have to use a third-party like website called Plots Modeler to build the sphere correctly, and I have to build it all by hand without like Lightmatica or anything like that. So if I mess it up, I won't know until I know I messed it up, and that's just really not good. But yeah, it's been on hold for like 6 months because I just haven't had any big drive to work on it, and that's kind of the point. It's supposed to be something like once I'm done like really making my base good and like doing a ton of shit around here, that's supposed to be like the final frontier for me in terms of like an absolutely like massive like giga base, you know. Can't really go too wrong with it. I mean, the thing can hold like 4.3 million blocks or some shit, and like, you know, is like made up of 170,000 blocks just for the shell. Not to mention there's going to be a whole city that goes inside of it one day. But that's meant to take like a very long time, so I'm not rushing that at all. But in terms of shit that I've actually sat down and completed, the longest project for me was the trading hall, the Parthenon that I just talked about. So that ended up taking 2 weeks straight as well. Between you know, on my own free time, I like plotted out like the actual size of it in creative, and then like got the pillar spacing correct, and then also like had to rework and like kind of like redesign a couple of like villager trading halls, so that way they were like one wide and tileable, and also still had like built-in like zombification and all that. And then I had to like, you know, go through a ton of shit to actually get all the quartz and like all the you know, not really deep slate. Deep slate's easy to get, but a lot of quartz bricks, which is a pain in the ass. And then once all that was done, like I got the basic structure made, I had to get like a ton of redstone shit to actually, you know, make the cells, and then I had to move in all the villagers. I even have a couple of streams still where it's just me moving villagers for like 3 hours or something, and it's like it's in the hundreds. Like there's literally like a couple hundred villagers up in there, and there's still room for an extra like 300 or so on top of that. So I probably will never have to bring in another villager in there again, unless they somehow add like a new profession or something that ends up being like really important or just cool. But I've literally spent so much time getting all the trades that I want and like collecting and it took like 2.5 weeks, and it just was insane. And the other big project too, actually, I almost forgot. It's actually been quite a while since I've even had to work on it. This mountain range. So this thing too actually took a very long time. I'm gonna say didn't quite take a month, but it definitely took more than 2 weeks, and then it's still not fully done yet. Like I only finished the inside of it. I still have to do the total outside, which means I actually have to learn how to make proper mountains, not like the canyon thing I got going here. So I have to completely do the outside and then tear out all these cobblestone pillars. But the mountain range for sure is like one of the biggest ones I've had to do too. But it's pretty cool looking. A nice backdrop if nothing else, and then I can actually like do stuff on the inside of this as well. But it has taken a very long time to even get this far with it. Because between building it, figuring out the gradient, and then also well, building it too, and then also gathering the materials, man. I mean, you got to get the dirt from somewhere. I had to run the moss farm a bunch too. I had to go out and I had to go out to the Nether and mine out like bone blocks by hand because I don't really have that good of a bone farm or nothing. Although I should actually probably upgrade the Wither Skeleton farm. I feel like once I start remaking all my old farms, I'll probably target the Wither Skeleton farm first, so I want that thing to be like really fucking crazy. But especially now that I have Wither Roses I can use, but who knows? But yeah, this mountain range is another like very big project I've had to work on too, but it's still cool. It's still being worked on actively, but it takes a lot of time to do this. So. Oh, that's right. There was another benefit as well to it being scaffolding instead of stone. I remember now. So, fun fact: hostile mobs don't actually have any. I don't. It's kind of weird. They apparently don't have like really any like pathfinding AI when they're on top of scaffolding. So they just kind of like sit there. Now, if you like aggro them or anything, then they start doing stuff. But otherwise, they're just sitting there in a vacuum, pretty much. So that was one of the really cool benefits of using scaffolding for that. But now that that's not going to be a thing, they're going to end up walking around. I might have the spiders try and like escape. They won't really be able to escape for long, and if they do, they'll just die eventually. Just they will take up the mob cap a little bit longer than they should, but not too big of a deal, luckily. How am I doing here? What are we up to? Close. This is second to last layer, so yeah, we're pretty close. And I need more cobblestone, right? Okay. We'll take a little bit of time here to just go ahead and get this shit put away, and then get some extra cobble. So, but I still have a ton of other big projects I want to work on. Like actually finishing up my real base is what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks. It's coming along. It's getting better. Like mainly getting the storage system moved was a big thing, and now that that's finally good, I can eventually make like a fully automatic one. But it's really not that necessary, so I probably won't. I always talked about doing it, but I really don't think it's that worth it, honestly. I mean, it's just a little bit of manual organization. It took 3 hours to do that, but it, means I don't have to do it ever again, so it's not really that big of a deal to me. I'm trying to think. I want to rebuild all the farms that I have in this world were just kind of like cheap but like pretty effective, and now I want expensive but like really effective farms for like everything. Just like as fucking crazy as you can possibly get in a single player world, pretty much is what I want to aim for. So I think that would be pretty cool, especially for things like the Wither Skeleton Skull farm. The Shulker Shell farm would be pretty good too for that. Um, Not really so much for the Iron farm. The Gold farm actually would be perfect. That would be great. I don't need the gold as much anymore, but if I get enough of it, I can just start eating golden apples instead of golden carrots. So that would be kind of a cool flex. But oh, you're good though, Andy. Either way, thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna be grinding away at this shit for another couple minutes, and then I got other stuff I gotta do in here too. So hey, either way, thanks for stopping by again. It's nice seeing you. I've got to start reworking those farms soon. I've been neglecting it, and I even tore down farms instead of building some. So oh shit, I should go dig out that chunk today. I want to go do that. Yeah. Go dig out that chunk. I don't know where I want to dig it out at, but realistically shouldn't matter all too much as long as it's not super close to my base or anything. It shouldn't be an ocean chunk either. That would be kind of a bad move. This should be a pretty easy one to do. Right, okay, so we're gonna. That's not very cool. I don't like that they did that. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and pop on the old Elytra and hope that I can somehow get it back up here. Having to try to. Here we go. Not too bad. Now if I take one of these out. Oh yeah, whoops. Yeah. There we go. That's pretty good. And then we can just go ahead and just patch this stuff in a little bit. So but yeah, it should be pretty much done with this last layer here, so I won't be here for too much longer doing this. But it was important to get done. I was actually like feeling in the mood to do it, and it's something that needs to be done anyways because again, I'm gonna have to future-proof this for 1.19.3 when that scaffolding bug gets fixed. So a little bit of a shame that it did, but this thing was still really quick together, so I'm still pretty happy with it. Works great. It's a creeper farm without actually having to not having to have cats. It was pretty quick to put together. The only downside, obviously, was the massive amount of trapdoors that you need. But then again, all the cat-based farms needed those too for better spawn. So, you know. But yeah, that it should be everything here. So we can go ahead and just kind of let it do its thing. I'm gonna let it run just for a second here. We're just gonna go ahead and flip the water up, so that way I can just see if it works or not. It should work. There we go. So it's still fully functional and all that. They'll get pushed off at some point, and then down they go. Nothing too groundbreaking. Now the only difference though is that they have AI, so they probably will fight back against the current and they'll be there a good bit longer than they were before. So that's a little bit of a shame, but not too big of a deal though. But yeah, storage system is done. Trying to think what else I want to do. But the storage system is done. The everything else is pretty much done too in my base. I've basically just got to like touch up and like decorate some shit over enough time. But honestly, everything's pretty fine for right now. I do want to go work on that chunk, but I gotta scout out a good place to get at. So, trying to think. Ooh, this would be perfect actually. This little crescent island. This has been on my map for quite a long time now, but I think this would be about perfect. Um, so basically, there's this little like bay area where like the land kind of makes this little crescent shape, and then you've got that little island in the middle there, and that thing is actually just about perfect. So what we're gonna do is grab the books too before I forget. It should be in here or something. Yeah, we want the coordinate log. There we go. And we're just gonna go ahead and fly out to that island really quickly here. Yeah, we're pretty much just heading down and out towards this way. But yeah, once we get there, we'll just write down the coordinates of the island. And since I'm pretty much never out this direction anyway, but it's still close enough to be on my map to fly to. So I can use nether travel to get here. I really shouldn't though, is the main thing, because the whole thing's powered by like a single chunk loader. So having an extra nether portal will mess with it in ways I don't want to. Oh yeah, I haven't been here in so long. All this old shit is still here. I did flatten out half the ocean just for shits and giggles, pretty much. So you know, and it looks like I'm gonna have to do it again. There's the island that we want, but this is the other one that we're gonna get rid of just real quick, just because I feel like it. I don't really need the resources or nothing, so we're not gonna think too hard about saving the grass or the sand or nothing. I'm just gonna get rid of it all. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It just makes it look a little bit better on the map is all, and kind of, you know, makes this thing over here gonna be the real, like, front and center thing. I'm gonna light up that old island, too. Yeah, basically all we're gonna do is just light up that island over there, and then, kind of go pick a chunk that's, like, near the dead center of it, and then just go from there. Excuse me. But it, really shouldn't be too bad, so got nothing to worry about. Okay, this thing's already pretty much fully done. Luckily there was no stone, because stone, you know, ends up taking out a lot of extra time since, you know, I don't have haste at the moment. Since I'm on an island, obviously. Would have been cool if they made haste potions, and then you could use them on top of haste 2 to have, like, haste 3, basically. So then you could actually, like, insta-mine, like, certain other things like concrete, but you could only do it for a limited time, but, you know, they'll never do that. They probably would never do that. It's pretty good, yeah. Alright, we'll go ahead and just start. So, and, yeah, so it's nighttime, but of course we still do have the mob switch on, so we don't have. That's good. In fact, at some point, once I get the chunk fully done, I could probably even clear out the rest of this island entirely and, like, have it, like, really stand out, like, maybe, like, a cool building for it and everything. But, let's just go ahead and take out our map and work our way towards the center, or rough center. Looks like it's on a little bit of a more sandy part, like an actual proper beach, so that should be pretty good. Let's just keep going in a little bit more. Of course, it's probably, like, right about here. Here-ish, yeah, okay. I'd say this is about the center, or as the center as it gets, so let's go ahead and write it down. Actually, no, hang on. We need to hit F3G. Right, okay, so we actually are still in a good chunk here. Good. Let's maybe back up just a little bit more and, like, get, I don't know, this one. One does have a good bit more sand in it. Of course, right, okay. I'm gonna be hitting an underwater ravine here if I do this, so. But then again, if it's underwater, it'll probably be inevitable. It'll cut through the island anyway. So this is the chunk I want. We're gonna, you know, place down a bunch of torches here just to show that that's where it's gonna go. Okay, chunk farm project is at 1753. What is that? 5463. Perfect. Good. Alright, so that's written down. It's all taken care of. Very good. And it basically turns into we need to clean the whole thing out and an extra block around it. And the reason I say an extra block around it is because we're actually going to have a little thing around to, like a little decorative wall. So that way it's not all just like stone and cobblestone, and it makes things a little bit more uniform. But basically, the goal of this thing is not. It doesn't have to it doesn't have to religiously like stick to this thing or nothing. But like, you know, I'm gonna basically just try and dig out an entire chunk down to bedrock, flatten it out at bedrock. You know, not with like a TNT bomber or like a bedrock breaker or nothing, but just like flatten it with like concrete at the bottom, like a nice even layer, like 56, 55, something like that. And then we take out all the sidewalls here, and then we fill them in with whatever. And then from this entire chunk, I'm gonna have a chunk loader, and then we're gonna just cram a massive amount of shit, is just as much as possible, just in this one single chunk, as many farms as I can, and then we're just gonna have a chunk loader in here that loads all of it. So the main goal of this is to just be like a fully automatic thing. So if you don't know, when you start to unload certain chunks from enough of a distance, redstone stops working. You can use a chunk loader to make redstone work even if you're not there, because it loads the chunk that it's in, and then like a 5 by 5 square centered around it. So like two chunks from each side or whatever, and then you've got the center. Once that makes five in each direction. And then how the redstone shit works is like only the center one is going to work there for redstone. Now, no mobs are going to spawn, so this isn't going to be like a mob farm or anything. It's more going to be like, we're talking like fully automatic sugarcane, bamboo, fucking cactus. Probably, I'm going to dismantle that old piece of shit and put it here. Um, I could probably fit the honey farm in here. Not probably, I definitely could. I just the bees should do it too, but that means I'll have to seal them in pretty hard. Mainly because if the bees get out, or they get into if they cross over into another chunk, that might cause other issues. We're gonna take care of one other thing really quickly, but rolling unusual, my ass, get the fuck out of here. They're in the way. This is just Florida, don't worry about it. But yeah, as I was saying before that tragedy happened, not by my own hand, of course. I would never do something like that. But either way, we're just gonna try and cram as much shit as possible into this little thing. And basically, it just can't really be anything too weird. Like, I don't need like not a bamboo. I need a bamboo farm. I don't need like a potato and carrot farm, for example. That's just dumb, or like a wheat farm. So we're not gonna worry about stuff like that. But things like the honey farm, um, the slime farm wouldn't even work here anyways. It would have been cool, but it's actually not really that big of a deal since they spawn under my house. Oh, I forgot to check that thing too. Something like the iron farm might be a no, because I don't think iron golems would spawn. No, well, I don't know. I don't know if iron golem spawning might be independent of like a player, so we might double check that one. I might build something like that on the I might build something like that in creative in a separate world, and then kind of see if it does work from there. That might be pretty cool. Because if that does end up working, I'll actually will build like my iron farm here. But um, basically, these kind of like somewhat important farms, we want to just kind of like condense into like this one chunk here, just to save on space. And that way, basically, I just flick a lever and like produce like 30,000 separate items, kind of thing. They don't need to be like hyper efficient or nothing, and all the farms won't be super duper efficient, because they need to also keep in mind that you're not just running one farm, you're running like 50 of them like at once. So I'm pretty much gonna like look through like a list of like proper farms that you could make that are like fully like redstone, or like in the rare cases of like the bee farm, for example, to just have like minimal like impact with like entities or whatever. Um, we'll just pretty much look through those and just see what's going on with that, and then another big thing will be like central storage. I'll have to have like centralized storage, so what'll probably end up happening is it'll all like feed in like a hopper line that goes straight down to like the bottom of the world, since it's easier to move stuff down with hoppers than it is to move stuff up. So I'll probably just have like a little spot at the bottom of the world that has like, a double chest, and like it's got like a whole like shulker box thing or whatever, things like that. All these farms are gonna want shulker box loaders, so that'll, have to happen. But and a massive like storage system for it too. I think it's a cool idea, and it's a pretty useful one too. So might as well, right? Yeah, we've got this underwater ravine here, which is going to be a problem. So we're just gonna try and block off what we can here. I've got a ton of sponges in my ender chest I can still use, so we can definitely drain all this out pretty quickly, but I wouldn't like to, don't want to have to do that if I can help it, so, which I should be able to help that, so I don't think it's too bad either way. Yeah, there we go. And I need to come back here at a later time anyways because I need actual soaker boxes and extra storage here. So I'm gonna try and save a good chunk of these materials. But yeah, I'm gonna dig out this entire chunk, just kind of see how it goes, and it shouldn't really go too bad. I could probably make another portal up on the surface on this island, but I'd have to like move it a good bit away and then like walk here the rest of the way, which is fine. But honestly, just flying in the overworld's pretty good too. So we'll see about that. Here we go. One other. Oh, I actually didn't bring a crafting table with me, so I ended up placing it down to do other stuff with. Whoops. Uh, Go ahead and just pop on out of here. So, go ahead and place that down. We'll just make a double chest here. And we'll just get rid of all this for right now. Yeah, we'll just flatten out this section first. Since we're getting stone layer here, I'll have to bring over a H2 beacon and whatnot to dig out the rest of it. It won't help at all for the deep slate, but it should be fine anyways. Yeah, this should be a pretty fun project, something I can chip away at over like a couple of weeks or like a month or something. Just put in a new farm, call it a day, do other stuff for that day. Um, I'm kind of not sure what farms I do want to place in here, but again, I did just talk about it, but sugarcane, bamboo, um, honey farm, um, a wool farm actually would be pretty good, unironically. If that ends up working. I might try and put in a wool farm for like every type of wool, so that would be great. It should process entities when it's like this close to a chunk loader. I just don't know how it's gonna do for the iron farm. The sheep farm should 100% work in something like this, but the iron farm, because it has to spawn stuff, I think it can spawn independently of the player as long as they're scared because of like a zombie or something. But I would need to double check that, of course. So, oh, and if I actually compost the poppies, it will double as a proper, like, full bone meal farm. So if that ends up working too, I'll be able to at least farm a little bit of extra bone meal over a lot of time. That could be good. I'm trying to think what else. Um, any other farms? And it can't be, again, it can't be something like a mob farm, like a witch farm. Or, not that I could build a witch farm here, but you get my point. It can't be stuff like that because they just won't get loaded, and it's kind of important that it can get loaded because those stuff spawn dependent on where the player is. So I need to find stuff that's independent of the player. So maybe the shulker farm, since the way they spawn and duplicate is independent of that, because they spawn and duplicate by like hitting each other with their bullets and all that. However, that one I don't think I would. I could do it actually. No, I could do it. It would just have to be like way up in the sky and like isolated in its own little like box, pretty much. Um, I could do that. Yeah, okay, I could definitely do that. I could build a shulker farm way up at the very tip of this, and it would be like a one, or it could even be a two-dimensional one with the hyper efficient ones with the Nether portal. I have wanted to build that one before. We could probably get away. Um, no, because the chunk loader would get in the way, so it would have to still be a one-dimensional design. I'd have to, I'd have to figure out how to modify it in just the right way so it would fit in a single chunk. but that mainly just turns into just make the spawning platform just a tiny bit smaller. But then that limits it quite a lot, so I'd have to be very careful about how small because there is a trade-off. If you make it smaller, it fits in a better spot, but it gives them less opportunities to spawn, so you're rolling a bigger dice or a shittier dice rather. So I wouldn't want to do that all the time. But it's a pretty good lineup of shit, honestly. Shulker farm and an iron farm, bee farm, bamboo farm, bone meal farm, sugarcane farm, and that's pretty good. Can't really go too wrong with that. But we're gonna go ahead and head back here. I'm gonna hit F3G before I forget. Whoops. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and head back. But I don't know what else I would want to make, honestly. Oh, the sheep farm. Yeah, duh. I said that already. Oh yeah, I don't need to be over here. I still need to do stuff here, like prepping better terrain for this shit, so I should do that. Um, wow, that thing is massive. I keep forgetting how big this place is, but I still don't know. I'm sure I'll think of a couple of other ones along the way too, but that chunk farm should be pretty useful. I could always do like the potato, carrot, wheat farm and all that, but like that's everyone's done that before, and even then, it's not like that useful anymore for me. Like what you use it for trading for like the potatoes and the carrots, and then the wheat is the only somewhat vaguely useful thing because of packed mud. But even then, it's not like that useful. So I don't know. It's just kind of a weird mixed bag, and I've already got a massive fucking wheat field as it is that I don't even harvest because there's more than I'll ever use in that thing. So it's not that good. Trying to think though, what else? I've got nothing right now. That was already like 6 farms or something, and I guess I could make a melon and pumpkin farm. Um, that's not really useful though, if we're being honest here. The melons are 100% not useful. The pumpkins are a little bit, but even then, it's nothing like serious. So it's kind of just whatever. Um, can't really make a lava farm since it can't interact with dispensers. You can't like take stuff out of a cauldron with a dispenser and an empty bucket. Although that would be cool. Um, fuck yeah, I really don't know here. I'm gonna think on it, but it's honestly I'm pretty good here for today. I'll think about that later tonight and try and get that stuff figured out. But I've already got a good selection I can choose from. So what did I do today? Nothing pretty much. I labeled some chests. I started on the chunk, and that's been pretty much it. So shorter stream today. Might come back later tonight. I highly doubt it, mainly because it's Splatfest and Splatoon 3. So, it's whatever. But it's been pretty good. It's day 1669, and I've got a plan, and things are going to get a little bit sparse from here. Probably won't end up streaming tomorrow, which is. Oh, no, tomorrow's Saturday. Never mind. I might be able to stream then. It's Sunday. I probably won't be streaming, and then I have my job on Monday. So it'll probably get a lot more sparse and sporadic from here on. So we'll see how that goes. But either way, thank you all for watching. It's gonna get pretty cool from here on, but just a little bit more sparse, unfortunately. But still, I've got something to look forward to at least. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all again next time. So bye bye for now.